Some might say it's cold. Others, like myself and my partner, we say this is football weather as we welcome you to chilly M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27. Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
63.
Running again with Barkley on second down. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5. When you look at this defense, they're a unit that enters play way down, number 28 in the NFL right now against the run.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I'm not sure that that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. Charles, that's a route that you and I have seen time and time again in our years up in this booth, and that executed well and a great throw, too.
And sometimes, even if you know it's coming, the execution will trump whatever you do on the defensive side of the ball. Plus, it was a well-thrown football. A nice, healthy gain right there.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Play action. Here's Hurts. He'll buy some time right. And he'll just get rid of it.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. It's caught at the 10. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Devontae Smith, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Eagles are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here. This ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 right at the 30. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
They go play action with Jackson. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. You look at this Eagle defense. They've been very good this year against the pass, currently holding on to a top 10 ranking at number 10.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
And this complete to Mitchell. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. Facing fourth down, Baltimore will punt. Jordan Stout out there. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They currently sit 1 game over 500 thanks to their victory a week ago. Yeah, Charles, they've been really an up-and-down team all year. Do you think that they have enough to get into the playoffs?
Well, you did mention they've been up and down all year, so to me, it depends on what week you catch them. When they're at their best, I think they're definitely playoff worthy. But to me, they haven't been able to bring the intensity week in and week out, and that could be their Achilles heel.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
My high school football coach was very fond of saying, you've got to meet force with force. And on a short yardage running play, that's what you're going to encounter. And how about them picking up the 1st down on that one?
That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle 1st down. Up the middle with Barkley. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
They go play action with Hurts. Flushed out right. Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a 1st.
And that's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play with one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30.
I think a lot of time when we see a sack, you say, well, you blame it on the offensive line, the quarterback, but here, maybe you just tip your hat to the defender. What a play.
Yeah, and I think sometimes they just get a sense of the play before the ball's even snapped. Kind of like a sprinter anticipating the gun in a race. They're off, and guess what? The quarterback's down.
Barkley, inside handoff. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Hurts. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the 1st quarter. Already sacked him once. Now to get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. The kick by Elliott is good.
So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy about the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit, or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point, and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
10-0 the score after one on EA Sports. Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Inside handoff, Henry. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. The Ravens at 7-5 now of the year. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset, being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They get the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
2nd and 7. Jackson now. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Calling a gain of a yard, and now 3rd down and 6 to go. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Jackson completes it to Aguilar. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there. So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. Tucker's kick is good, and they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So a good job there to kind of weather the storm in that first quarter and come back with their first points of the ball game.
Yeah, you hate to be coming from behind early on, but you're exactly right. They took some time, able to move the ball, and now it's back to a 10-3 game.
A lane opens here. He's past the 30. It's a foot race. Oh, he doesn't quite make it down at the 1-yard line. As close as he could possibly get, but still, what a return.
And, partner, not only is he kicking himself right now, he's going to petition the league for 99-yard fields. That's almost not fair to get it that far and not get into the end zone.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Saquon Barkley, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Elliott good with a PAT, and the lead is now 17-3. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done, because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Throwing is Jackson. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And all the way down to the 24-yard line.
And now hang on here. Looks like we have an injured player. Yeah, Mark Andrews. is in some discomfort.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw is Jackson.
That's to Mitchell out of the backfield.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A good pickup there, a 22.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Hey, middle.
Now it's Jackson. And this is going to be intercepted.
It's Sidney Brown with it. And the Eagles are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. CD, when he went to throw that, I'm not sure if he just didn't see where the defense was. Whatever the case, not the throw you're looking for on 1st and goal.
Not at all, because, look, let's face it, that close to the goal line, if you throw an interception, is going to hurt on any down. But really, the only down you can kind of live with is if you do it on 4th down. The first 3, if you don't have it wide open.
A beautiful spin and room to run. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39.
55 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
On that last run, he's now hit the 6,000-yard mark for rushing yards in his career.
And moves him squarely into the top 100 rushers of all time. In fact, he can boast that he's rushed for over 1,000 yards more than Gale Sayers did in his career, and Gale Sayers was a Hall of Famer in a short career.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's 2nd down.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Here is 3rd down and 4. Throwing is Hurts.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down.
Out now is the punter, Braden Mann. Deontay Hardy back deep.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Well, that's a perfect example of how he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's game. He is just all around the football right now, isn't he?
That he is, and it's funny because I talked with the coaching staff about drills that they do in practice, and one of them is called matching hands. And as soon as that hand is launched by the quarterback, you throw it the opposite hand and match that hand with the QB, and oftentimes you're able to knock it away as we just saw there.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And Walker has it. Oh, he's got some breathing room.
Down the left sideline.
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. 55 yards.
And the Ravens have got it back to within a score.
Tucker with the extra point. And that slices the lead down to 17-10. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Looking right side, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And the Ravens will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. Veteran running back like him, we've seen a lot of those chunk carries in his career.
And that's why you don't just look at his birth certificate and decide when a guy is done, right? Because you know as well as I do, in this league, as soon as you hit 30, they're looking to let you go if you're a running back. Sometimes there's a little tread left on the tires.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
15 more yards there, and quickly another first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Oh, nice defensive effort there, providing the hit as the ball got to the receiver, separates him from the catch, and normally he's a sure-handed target.
Here's Jackson to throw. Able to slither by. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal. Here's Jackson.
And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown.
A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Ravens have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime.
So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock.
They'll throw now on the final play.
That one complete down the field to Smith.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard.
And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one, and we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee-wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
Now Jackson. Repeat of the last play, finding Walker. That one a first down pickup of 8. Henry up the middle. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. 44 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. Now it's Jackson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Henry. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for 2nd down. Jackson from the shotgun. He finds his man complete. It's Walker. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 19. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And this one's incomplete. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Running from the gun with Henry. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal.
Henry. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Tucker now to add the point after. And they will take a 7-point lead now. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored. Now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score.
He's going deep for Brown. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 36.
And he'll get it inside the 35.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Second down, here's Barkley again. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 95 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
He'll drop to throw. Being chased out left. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short pass.
And Goddard's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. A 9-yard touchdown there. And the Eagles are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Elliott good on the extra point, and that will tie us at 24. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
From the gun, Jackson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Henry. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he will have a Ravens first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
So you think it's not tough playing quarterback in the NFL? How about what we just saw there? The rush got home on 3rd down. He had to stand in there and take the shot as he released it. Throws on target, though, and it's good enough to keep the drive moving.
A short throw caught by Andrews. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it's 2nd down. So both teams trade touchdowns in the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd down and 8. Jackson. Open man down the field. This is Mitchell. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That goes for a gain of 31. And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season, because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or two, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
A 1st down carry for Henry.
And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
They'll come up 2nd and 7.
Play action. It's Jackson. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32.
Jalen Carter, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
A field goal try would be almost 50 yards from this spot, so what can they do to get closer now on 3rd down? And this is going to be intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And the Eagles are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. That's now a second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands.
103 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
Well, now after all of this, hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hey, 73.
Hurts going to give this to Shipley.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
2nd down and a little more than a yard here. Once again, it's Shipley.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting one more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
63.
On 3rd down, they go with Shipley.
And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Temptation there certainly to go for this, but I think you have to kick it, right?
The temptation coming from the fantasy owners, right? I mean, there are some that are going to want to kick it because they may have that kicker, but overall, get more yardage, maybe a chance for a touchdown, but no, absolutely not. Run that field goal kicker out there. Kick it. You got to take the chance to take the lead right now. You don't want to put it back on your defense.
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And they really need to forget about their last time out, the turnover that led to a field goal. So now they try to regroup, trailing in the final quarter. Obviously, they'd love a touchdown, but 3 would suffice.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
A shotgun handoff to Henry. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That was for the lead right there. They know they're in a position where fortune favors the brave. So they took their shot, but couldn't connect.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now.
No, we changed it.
Operating from the gun, Jackson. Finding Walker, complete. And he has another 1st down as he'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 23. Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a first down in field goal range already.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So the defense helping them out a little bit here late in the 4th.
Yeah, and you're exactly right. And when you're the one doing the chasing, you'll take a little help from the other guys, won't you?
After the penalty, it's Henry. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line.
Partner, you got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here.
They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Jackson to throw.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
And another long drive from the offense, but the defense is denying them the end zone. Nothing to show for the last drive offensively. They can't come away empty-handed again.
Jackson.
This one caught by his tight end, Andrews. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Another big play in a game that's had plenty of them. 4th and 2.
Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Eagles are likely going to win it. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th.
Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time, ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. This is 1st and 10. Jackson. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
He finds his man, complete. That's Walker.
Oh, what a nice tackle there. That will hardly move the needle at all offensively. A very short game.
Gosh, given the time in the short game, would he have been better off just dropping that?
Yeah, when you look at the clock, you think so, but it's hard to get a receiver to drop a football. They're trained to catch everything.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted.
It's Devin White, the linebacker, and he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that, because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia.